All right, hello everyone. Just haven't been able to post the way I've wanted to in the past. Just with the holidays, work schedule increasing and everything. Unfortunately, it gets in the way. So I'm going to try and get some updates done here and just get you guys caught up a little bit. I know I'm behind on some of this. You've probably seen some of this already. You'll be getting the gist of it. So I'll apologize about that. I just want to cover it and attempt to kind of catch up. So the whole Piggy thing with Trump, I thought was funny. The claims from both sides going back and forth here that the left saying he said Piggy, the White House saying he said Peggy, referring to the reporter's name. Here's some of that here.
Sir, yeah, if there's nothing incriminating in the file, sir, why not? Quiet, Piggy.
Venezuela, sir, you've had a lot of meetings on Venezuela. I know you can't tell us what your next steps will be, but can you say, have you made up your mind on what you'd like to do for as far as action?
I sort of made up my mind, yeah.
You have.
But I can't tell you what it would be, but I sort of made it.
What'd you say to some of your supporters who might not be excited about another foreign campaign?
Well, we'll see what happens. I mean, I can't tell you what it is, but we've made a lot of progress with Venezuela in terms of stopping drugs from going here. But we have a Mexico problem. We have a Colombia problem. Beating Colombia in the country. We're doing very well. Drugs coming into our country are greatly slowed, as you can imagine.
But can you say, have you made up your mind on what you'd like to do for as far as action?
I sort of made up my mind, yeah.
You have.
Quiet, Piggy.
Quiet, Piggy. Now, you know what? I don't know. I don't know which one it is. Was he saying Peggy? Was it Piggy? Quite frankly, I don't care. Honestly, they're talking about, have respect for these reporters. That's unprofessional, and what a horrible thing. All of these reporters are all scumbags, liars, propagandists. I mean, they're absolute slime. I call them Piggy, call them piece of garbage, call them whatever you want as far as I'm concerned. These people don't deserve the respect they demand. I just thought that was hilarious. Let's get into the next thing here. So yeah, we've got to cover the National Guard shooting. So I'm gonna get to that after this. Oh, okay. I'll add this one into this one here because just super important things happening in Pennsylvania. They voted on the Crown Act. This is not discriminating against anyone because of their hair. I don't. There's already non-discrimination laws in the workplace. I imagine your head would be included in the discrimination, right? So you can't make you can't discriminate or make fun of or take an act against somebody skin color, religion, sex, etc. Why we need a completely separate one for hair is beyond me. But here's the groundbreaking changes happening in Pennsylvania that are absolute wastes of taxpayer dollars.
Well, new at noon, discriminating against someone based on their natural hair is now banned in Pennsylvania. Governor Josh Shapiro just signed the bill into law this morning. CBS News Philadelphia reporter Dan Snyder is live at a salon in West Philadelphia with a look at what's included in this new law. Good afternoon, Dan.
Hey, good afternoon, Jim. Yeah, Pennsylvania now becomes the 28th state in the nation to ban discrimination in workplaces, in schools, for someone who is wearing their natural hair. Now, Governor Josh Shapiro signed that bill into law here at Island Design Natural Hair Salon on 52nd Street in West Philadelphia. But this has been a fight years in the making for many folks in this community. Now, the owner of this salon, Lorraine Ruley, she tells me she sees people coming in all the time saying they need to cut off their locks or their braids because they have a job interview or they feel like their employer may deem them as not, quote, professional. House Speaker Joanna McClinton, who has worked on this legislation for 6 years, even said when she was in law school, she changed her hair over those same concerns. And State Rep Latasha Mays, a West Philly native who now represents parts of Pittsburgh, was the lead sponsor on this act. She says this...
Not a white person to be seen. Now, there are rules at jobs for hair. where if you're working on the factory floor or you're working with food or something else, you're not supposed to have long hair. You're not supposed to have it in a particular fashion. You're supposed to have a hairnet and protective things for the customer if it's a restaurant, or that your predator locks don't get dragged into the fucking machine on the factory floor. That's not discrimination. It's the safety of yourself, and then the safety and sanitary, cleanliness of the area that customers are going to use. Instead, these particular folks want to be able to have their hair whatever way they want, under the guise that it's discrimination. It's not discrimination. My girlfriend works in the food industry. She's got long hair. She has to do it up in a short ponytail, or she has to put it up in a bun, and then maybe a hairnet if that isn't quite enough. And the other employees do too. They're in the food industry. It's not discrimination against your hair. It's that we don't want your predator locks in our food. Or we don't want to see your predator dew get sucked into the printing machine and the factory. It's fucking stupid shit.
Fight will help improve people's lives all across Pennsylvania.
Hair discrimination has taken confidence from our children, but that ends today. Hair discrimination has taken dignity from workers, but that ends today. It has taken
child. You right, child.
Opportunities, hopes, and dreams, but that begins to end today.
You know what you say, Ninja.
In 2022, there were more than 900 reports of racial discrimination based on hair to the Pennsylvania Human Resources
900
Commission.
reports out of a city of how much? So a group of assholes complained about their inappropriate hair in the workplace, and that turns into something we have to deal with at the government level and use taxpayer dollars for. Now, I was surprised to see this. 27 states have passed the Crown Act, your crown, which prohibits discrimination based on natural hair textures and styles. Here are some of the states. California, Vermont, not shocked there. Pennsylvania, another Democrat shithole, not shocked there. I'm shocked about Kentucky. God damn it, they discriminate me about my hair. It's a mullet. It's business in the front, and then it's party in the back. And they just don't fucking get it. Georgia, I'm a little shocked about that as well, but they have an ever-growing black population, so I get it, I guess. Missouri, that's a problem in Missouri. And North Dakota. These laws aim to protect individuals, particularly black individuals, from unfair treatment in workplaces and other settings based on their hair choices. I'll tell you what, where I work, there doesn't seem to be any shame in their game. I see some of the new hires, these women, they have, even the dudes too, they have the shower cap on to protect their hair. I would see my mom wear that when she got in the shower. Not to work. I thought you wore that so your hair didn't get wet in the shower or it didn't get wet in the pool. If you were just going to walk around the pool and you weren't actually going to go underwater, you wore the little hair cap. I see people wear them at work. I don't know what they're protecting. I don't know what they're doing. But that's hair discrimination. You just proved it right there, Matt. Hair discrimination, you're a jerk. This is all stupid stuff that's a waste of the taxpayers' dollars, and you haven't actually fixed a real problem. This is not a real problem. Hair discrimination is not a real problem. Hell, it's not even a real thing. All right, I got more updates coming. I got to do the shooting in D.C. because we've got, obviously, you've heard about that. That blew up and became a big thing. And then the aftermath and the information we're getting about that scumbag. All right, see you soon.